Welcome back, trainers. So by the time I get this video up, the Ultra League should be open in the Go Battle League for participators to go and test how well they can battle up against others in the Ultra League. I'm pretty excited for this one because the meta is going to be shaken up a little bit from the previous Great League, so we're going to have to start investing in other Pokemon, and this is going to be a little bit expensive for some of you out there. So we're going to be going over some Pokemon that you may want to start looking at. Now, once I get into the actual Go Battle League battles themselves, have some experience, I'll come back to you guys and tell you exactly my thoughts on which Pokemon you should be focusing on 100%. For now, we're just going to be looking at Pvpokes and Game Press's kind of example picks of Pokemon you should be expecting and how you should possibly counter them. And as well as Pvpoke over here to the right, so you can kind of see the top meta that we have going on. So you have your Dragon and Ghosts, you have your Regis, you have your Community Day Pokemon, you have Mewtwo Armor Form with Side Strike. When that is released, is going to be really good. And then you have a couple of off picks like Gyarados, Togekiss, right? So as you can see here, their example teams lead with Swampert, then have a Giratina, and then you have a Registeel in there. Lead with Giratina, Alolan Muck. I'm telling you right now, is going to be, I wouldn't necessarily say a budget pick, but it's going to be something well worth investing in, because I've always used this in the Ultra League way before practicing this. It's always served me well. It does fantastic going up against those Giratinas. So you may want to look into that. Togekiss is going to be another fantastic option. Honestly, though, Clefable is my specific choice, just because it is going to be at a higher level. It is going to cost a little bit more. Togekiss is going to be doing great, but it takes forever to get to its charge moves. Well, technically every charm user, right? So, Community Day Pokemon, Giratinas, the Regis. There's going to be many others in between, as we will see at a later time. So I do have my team here, which is going to be Regice, Alolan Muck, and Swampert. So we are going to be leading with Swampert here, and I have Regice and Alolan Muck in the back in case I do run into a Giratina. I do have that Ice super effective, and then I do have the Muck to protect the Swampert from any sort of grass, and the Regice can actually put in work onto a grass type as well with Blizzard. So I do have a secondary move unlocked on my Regice. It was a decision I made last night to do this, because check this out, Regice can beat Registeel in a specific scenario. So make sure you take note of that. All right, so going up against the Giratina origin form here. Now also take note that these are just practice battles. I wanted to see how well the composition was up against somebody else in a best of 5 here. So these are not die-hard wins. Maybe I'm try-harding a little bit, right? But anyways, at least you're going to be able to see how well they're performing. So he did get the boost there. I'm not hitting the Dark Pulse because I do want to just farm it down. Now, I think he doesn't have a secondary move on the Giratina over there. Otherwise, the Shadow Ball would have hurt me a lot more, obviously. But I was able to tank that Ominous Wind pretty nicely, being that Dark type, even though it got the boost. So in comes the Gligar, and we are going to go ahead and go for that Dark Pulse here. And we should be able to get to another one. And I'm telling you guys, Alolan Muck. So you're going to want to run Dark Pulse for the charge move, as well as Gunk Shot. It's just, it's so tanky when you are going up against other Ghost-type Pokemon. So we do go down, and we're going to go ahead and bring in our Swampert here. And Swampert, yet again, another fantastic option. It was good in the Great League. It's going to be fantastic in the Ultra League as well. And this time around, Swampert is going to be a little bit tankier. Pretty much everything is going to be able to take hits a lot better, so they're not going to be as squishy as before. Alright, now moving into our next battle here, I will be leading off with Venusaur up against that Togekiss, and this is going to be a winning scenario for the Venusaur. So he does know this, he makes that switch into Sceptile, which is also going to be a pretty interesting pick as well. There's going to be so much diversity and so many different combinations of Pokemon you're going to be able to use here. It's going to be awesome because Sceptile has Earthquake, and that means it's going to be able to hit the Registeels pretty hard. Having Frenzy Plant Community Day move, it's going to be a good option. Obviously, there's going to be that Venusaur, of course, which is going to have the Sludge Bomb, and it can be doing super effective to the Togekisses. But yeah, moving forward, Charizard, another great one. You're going to want Dragon Claw and Blast Burn like usual, of course. And Blastoise is going to be another good option. It's going to be tankier than Swampert. It's going to be able to tank the grass hits a lot better, being just that pure water type, not grounded water, so it's not going to be 4 times weak. It's going to take it a while to get to Hydro Cannon and or Ice Beam, but at least it does have that Ice Beam coverage. But you're going to probably want to go with more of the Swampert, but you know, Blastoise is going to be great. Venusaur, yet again, fantastic. Now we're up against that Togekiss yet again here, and we're able to take it down. In comes the Blastoise. So Venusaur is going to be a lot tankier as well, guys. So like I've said, everything's going to be able to take hits a lot better here. And what about the Giratina, right? Origin and altered form. What about the Regis? You don't have enough to invest in those. What should you do? Start saving. I know it's a short amount of time, but with the Go Battle League kind of cycling through all of these different leagues throughout the time going forward, eventually it's going to come back for you to be able to use them again. I mean, they're just heavy hitters, and there is Snorlax, another option that you're gonna probably want to start using, and make sure you purchase that secondary move as a Munchlax, folks. Otherwise, ooh, it is going to be expensive. So you probably want Lick, right? Body Slam and Earthquake. Now this is debatable. That is what, you know, the meta moveset should be. But I really want to run Superpower on my Snorlax. But here's the problem. You want a nuke move like Earthquake to basically, you know, take something out, do a lot of damage. Body Slam, spam is real, but the reason why I don't want to run Superpower is because, well, Body Slam and Superpower, you're not going to be doing anything against a Ghost. The only thing that's really going to be doing a lot of damage is going to be your Lick. I did go up against a Giratina last night against my friend, or I should say I was using the Giratina, he was using the Snorlax. The Lick was tearing into the Giratina. It was insane. The Body Slams were doing a little bit of chip damage here and there, but it was able to withstand the Giratina's ancient powers fairly well. So Snorlax is going to be another good option. So look out for fighting types as well. You're going to have Registeel, Regi-Ice roaming around. And if you have fighting types, you're going to be going down really quick to them. But on the flip, if you do have those Giratinas on your team, you will have those to defend from the fighters, anything weak to the fighting types. So I made a big mistake here. I should have went in with my Muck going into that Lugia. And then I would have been in a better position. But what I did was I went straight into the Regi-Ice, and then I just got myself in a trap here. So the Swampert's low, and that Flygon is loaded up on power, and I just got even more when I went in there with my Swampert. I knew it was game over at this point. So he does have Earthquake on his. I think that's going to be a good option, but if you do have Superpower, that is also going to probably benefit you a little bit better. As well as Dragon Claw. That's going to be really spammy with that Mud Shot on Flygon. So this is a losing matchup against the Toxicroak, and that is why we have the Giratina to protect us against fighters for that Regi-Ice, in which he does reply with a Mamoswine. It's going to be a good option here, folks. And now this is where Ancient Power is going to be coming in handy on Mamoswine. It's useless against raids, but in PvP, it actually has some viability because you will be able to possibly get that boost and or hit neutral damage to other types, although it does have Avalanche, right, and Powdered Snow, as well as Bulldoze, so it will be able to hit the Registeel with super effective, but the Registeel is going to be able to hit the Mamoswine with 2 super effective moves, either Flash Cannon or Focus Blast, so you have to look out. So bringing the Toxicroak back in here, we didn't get any sort of boost on our Giratina, unfortunately, and we're just going to go ahead and go for that Dragon Claw. And yes, I have that shiny. This is wow, it took me a while to get that, and then I did do my lucky trade with somebody immediately and purchased that secondary move right off the bat. Swampert coming in, looking great. They're making a switch into Venusaur. We have to get out of here, and now we can go ahead and see how well the Regi-Ice is going to be performing here. So we take the Sludge Bomb fairly well. It'll do about the same damage with the Frenzy Plant, so it can take these pretty well, although the Registeel is going to be able to tank them a lot better. So they do bring in the Toxicroak here. And that's fine. We have the loaded energy on our Swampert in the back. I just wanted to bring you guys a few test battles, warm you up, get ready, get hype. I'm super excited for this. It should be dropping anytime now. So with that said, thank you for watching, trainers. If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up so I can bring you more Ultra League battles and seeing what the meta is going to be when we go online.